Hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday. Welcome to another episode of Movie Couple Live.
Yay!
Woo! I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And yes, you are watching us here on the YouTubes, or perhaps you're watching us on Twitch. Either way, hello,
Or
hello,
live on
hello,
Livid.
hello. So I just got to mute myself on some of the other platforms just so I can make sure that we are running all okay on all the other platforms. I like how on Twitch, the logo
Is right in front of your face.
literally covers my face. It's such a Mike
It's kinda-
Wazowski.
I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say it's like Mike Wazowski when he always has his face covered up in like the newspaper article.
How do I get rid of it? It's fine. I'm sure
the
it's fine.
silliness that is technical difficulties.
Oh my god, who is ready for Blackpink? Oh my god, okay, we got it. We gotta immediately then talk about Blackpink because you guys know how we always start the show talking about what we've been up to lately, what we've been watching. Blackpink, their comeback is, I don't know if it's today or tomorrow. I can't tell because I don't know if the time they posted means it's the time for the US or if it's the time for Korea, which at this point, I think they're on the 25th at this point. So it might drop later tonight. I don't know, but I'm just going to be watching the internet, but they've been putting up
Just
little
getting
teases. Yeah, I should
Going
just follow, refresh.
refresh.
But their new single that is coming out either today or tomorrow, depending on where you live, is called How You Like That. And they've been dropping teaser posters, little snippets of the song. You have Rose and Jenny singing How You Like That. I can't do it. How You Like That? I can't do that. But I am so excited. Like, music videos, K-pop music videos have always been, their sets are always super extravagant.
Yeah.
If
Like
you
that
look at
tank, that huge bear trap.
Oh my, that they actually dance on, because you and I, when we first watched it, I was like, oh, okay, so they were standing on a stage and then everything else, they're just in green screen and there's some
Yeah, like the
stuff.
platform was the way it's
Right.
supposed to look for the bear trap, but everything else was like CG or CGI'd in. But no, that was a full-on set.
Full-on physical set. And I was like, how much money are they putting in these sets? And it's like millions of dollars. But in the return, they get like millions upon millions and hundreds of millions of views. Like,
No, that's true.
One of their like very first songs and MVs, Whistle, Huiparam, like I think it recently hit 500 million views.
Really?
And I'm like, oh my god.
Wow. And that doesn't
so
count
excited.
repeat views on the same device. So I mean, I'm sure people have these like on repeat sometimes in the background. The reason why I know. So these videos are actually getting more views than they're really being given credit for, so to speak.
Exactly. I am so excited for Blackpink, and everybody send your prayers to Dustin because he's going to be hearing that song.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, I like K-pop music. It's just, it's kind of like no matter how good Let It Go is, once you've heard it a couple hundred times, a million times, you start going, okay, just let it go.
No, never! We have a super chat from Chris Mendes. Hello,
Chris,
Chris. And thank you for watching from Livid as well, Chris. Okay, here it is. The battle for the heart continues. And you guys, please participate this in the chat as well as in the comments if you're watching it after we go live. Oh, no.
Yeah, I read that.
Baby Yoda versus Baymax. Choose.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong, I had a huge reaction of, oh, Baymax. When I got to see him in person, like when we went to Disneyland and saw him, I was like, that is so cool. And Baymax is very heart-loving and, it's very warm. And you're just like, oh. But I had a so much bigger reaction for Baby Yoda. When you saw him, you're like, oh my God. I mean, you almost have an aneurysm because of the reaction that you had to Baby Yoda. And then there's so much mythology behind it. There's so much wonder and mystery and mystical powers. And you can see what they are, what their path is. So I'd have to say Baby Yoda.
Hard, Chris. That is
really
so
tough
unfair.
Because Baymax is designed to be so lovable and helpful and heartwarming. Yeah. And they succeeded so much, but it's just the fact that I think Baby Yoda has a little bit more of history and connection to nostalgia too. It is Star Wars, and one of Star Wars' biggest thing is nostalgia.
Why is no one else voting? Why is no one else voting? Please vote. So your vote is for Baby Yoda then, huh?
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
I'm just so torn because the both of them have a big effect on its main character in, you know, their respective movies or IPs. Like, I feel like The Mandalorian was such a Lone Ranger until he came upon Baby Yoda and then kind of became this like protective father figure almost. And then because of Baby Yoda, then it kind of brought on, you know, like him teaming up with other people such as Cara Dune and Kira and things like that. And it really revealed this more human side to Mandalorian. And then with Baymax, he really helped Hiro kind of come out of that depression of losing his brother, of reconnecting with his life and kind of finding purpose and also realizing that his brother, even though maybe gone, he can kind of still connect to Tahashi through Baymax. So it's like,
no, that's very true.
I can't pick, and Baymax is so cute, especially when like he had a little leak and then they had to duct tape him all over.
That was so funny.
Oh my God. I cannot. I cannot. Vanja just wrote Who's Baymax. If you haven't seen Big Hero 6, it is a Walt Disney. Yes, it is a Walt Disney animation. I have to. Sometimes I get the Pixar and Disney mixed up, and I have this really cool painting. It's actually.
Do we have? I thought we had two.
We have another one. Let me see if I can show. No, I don't want you to.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it there.
I don't want you to.
They don't touch it. I'm like, no. And honestly, that's probably for the best because I don't know if it's nailed up there or if it has like those sticky Velcros.
I think it's the sticky ones, and I'd rather not remove it. But it's this. Hold on. Let me go to StreamYard. It's this photo here. So it has like Moana, Maui, and Baymax, and Winnie the Pooh, Rapunzel, Frozen, Wreck-It Ralph, Tiana, Bolt, and who's down here?
Down there is Baymax.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and here. So yeah, then you got Baymax, Elsa, and then of course I really liked, Zootopia. Still didn't get, I think the love that it deserved. There's a lot of these movies. Zootopia.
This is what we got.
So good.
We got to do a tour with at the Disney Animation Building, and we got this amongst other things. So I pinned this up to my wall. And if you ever want to see what the wall looks like, you can just scroll through my Instagram. And it's just my name, Wendy Lee Zaney, and there's a picture in there somewhere. If you just keep scrolling, you just see wall art, and it's pretty cool. I still don't know what to pick. I might have to go with Baby Yoda. Can they even hear me?
I don't know.
Okay, sorry.
I'm not quite sure. I don't know how good the sound is on this thing.
I might have to go with Baby Yoda because some of the things that's different, that's Baby Yoda, aside from cuteness, very different from the Baymax, is that Baymax, we kind of got to see his story arc. And hello, Navi! We kind of got to see the story arc for Baymax, kind of like his origin and kind of where he is by the end of the movie. Yeah. And with Baby Yoda, I feel like just kind of like
he's still very much a mystery.
Very much a mystery. There's a lot to uncover with Baby Yoda, especially, and I'm guessing we're going to see a whole lot more of that in the upcoming seasons of The Mandalorian. And especially if those rumors are true, which at this point we can just call it true because no one's denying it. Yeah. When we do see Ahsoka in season 2, she's going to look at Baby Yoda and know that it's a descendant of Yoda. Yeah, she's going to know his species.
She's going to know the significance of the child.
Yeah, so that's going to be my answer for this one. Let's see what some of you guys are saying.
We do have a super chat, I think, from Flash.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure I have to get to that. Dean says, but I'm shaped like Baymax. Jack says, Big Hero 6 is awesome. I love the team. Good storyline and twist. I can relate to every single one of those heroes, especially like Go-Go. I really, really enjoyed because she's kind of like that, like no BS, like straight to the point, sort of a very kind of like 0 to 60 kind of a person. And then who's the guy that was like compulsively every single one of his tools had a spot. Compulsive. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but his personality matches mine as in the OCD of like, this belongs here. Yeah. If I was able to draw an outline for everything in the kitchen, I probably would. And I'd
it would
be like,
go right
no,
back in this spot. This is the spot.
Exactly. And so thank you so much, Chris, for your super chat and for, again,
Great
presenting
discussion.
us with another Sophie's Choice. I look forward to your next one. Flash, thank you so much for your super chat. Just finished watching Ingrid Goes West. Great movie. As someone who's dealt with obsession over certain people, this movie hit home for me. Yeah, Neon, it's definitely, I think it's a movie from Neon, and it's a fantastic film. If you haven't, I don't want to say too much. Oh, Wasabi was the character that I'm thinking about.
Oh,
the one who has
the
OCD with the stuff. Yeah, that's kind of me in a nutshell, which is totally terrible to live with. But
absolutely adorable to live with.
Oh, you just say that. But Ingrid Goes West is really, really great. So Flash, I'm so glad you've had the opportunity to watch it. If you guys haven't yet, you absolutely should. It's Elizabeth, I want to say Moss because I'm thinking Handmaid's Tale. Elizabeth, oh God, what's her last name? Scarlet Witch.
Oh, Olsen.
Thank you. And
I was like, Elizabeth. I'm sitting here going, Elizabeth Olsen. I think
yes.
I think that's who you're thinking of.
I was like, Mary-Kate Ashley. Wait, what's her last name? The Olsen twins. Thank you. The Olsen sister. Yes, amazing, amazing film. Absolutely watch it. It's really, really, really great. So thank you so much, Flash, for letting us know that you watched it. I'm so glad you liked it. I don't think you've watched it yet.
No, actually, I have not.
I have the screener still. Haven't destroyed it yet. So because I knew you haven't watched it, and I was like,
you're like, no, you have to watch this.
I'm gonna hold on to this.
We've got something to watch tonight.
Yeah, we do. Although tonight I'm supposed to be visiting Dorina's island on Animal Crossing.
Yeah, that's right.
We have a date. I'm so excited.
I love the fact that is now a new thing, especially in this day and age.
Yeah.
That you are now having Animal Crossing dates. It really makes me want to build my own island, put it together, because some of the people from work have their own island.
Do they?
Yeah. And what is it? Anne wanted me to give you her
oh, done. We should.
She's like, yeah.
We should absolutely.
She says she has bamboo for you.
For my Zen area. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I had no idea what the significance of that was.
I think in order to get bamboo, you have to use your Nook Mile to travel to like on Mystery Island to get it. Which I have 2 Nook Mile tickets because I have a lot of Nook Miles, and I'm sorry if I'm speaking.
And I don't know what that is either.
I'm so excited. Oh, and going back to, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place today. Too much coffee. Ingrid Goes West is also on Hulu as well. Thank you so much to MK Songbird for that bit of tip. If you guys want to see my island, I don't have quite the proper what is that called, equipment to stream on Twitch yet, because I have to get a capture card and I have to see if my laptop will cooperate with me or not, which probably it won't. So for now, I just kind of go on Livit, which is just Livit. You can download it on the mobile app. I think you can also watch it via desktop, which is like 17.media or something like that. And I basically set up my phone to point at my console or TV, and you guys can kind of watch me play alone that way. But honestly, my island's pretty shabby still, and I don't have enough infrastructure. So I told Dorina, I was like, look, if we're going to visit my island and not yours, or if we're doing both, then bring your vaulting pole and bring your ladder, because I don't have stairs and I have one bridge, and that's it. And that's it. So my island, I don't think it's bigger than Dorina's. I think all the islands are similarly the same.
You probably get the same square footage,
but different layout. But hers may, if she's been playing for longer, which I think she has, then I believe her island will look and feel bigger. Because that's how I felt when we went to visit Alicia's island, which I was like, she's put in tons of hours into it, and so her island is established. And I was like, wow, it looks really, really great. Like there's stairs, there's pools, there's fences. I have tons of fencing, but I haven't fenced anything yet. I'm not ready, because I know I'm not happy with anywhere I put anything. So I know a lot, aside from resident services, I know the museum's probably going to move, even though I initially put it there right by the airport entrance, so it could be like a tourist destination. Like first stop, like if you're buying an excursion ticket on a cruise or something like that, it's kind of like, okay, you only have time to go to the museum and shop, so I'm going to do little stalls and setups. But
that is super cute.
Now I'm not sure if I like it where it is, and it's going to cost me 50,000 bell for every time I move, and I still have to move my house because my house needs to be on the island. It's a whole thing. Anyways, go on Live It. It was just available on Android and iOS. Download Live It. You can search my name. It's just Wendy Lee Zaney. And most of the time when I stream on there, I will grab Animal Crossing at least once. And Chris watches all the time. So I'm either cooking or I'm playing Animal Crossing. So that's what's gonna happen. What else? Latest video. So we have a couple of new videos. Not today, but we put out yesterday. We have a trailer reaction for the making of Frozen 2. We have a trailer reaction for Warrior Nun.
That actually looks really good. That looks epic. I'm actually very excited to see that.
Really, really, really good. What else? We also did a new video for Patreon. So anybody who is a Patreon supporter, that video should be up. And we're going to just talk about it right now because I pulled a photo. We're going to talk about Deadpool's head. In the photo that you see, hey, we can do this. Oh. In the photo that you see with, I'm like here. I'm poking my finger into his ear. Here, that head is just a head by itself, and that is an actual animatronic. Has reactions to light, and its app. You can. It's app. It is a super animatronic. App that has over 600 lines of dialogue. Yeah. And I'm just like, that's freaking brilliant. I mean, and what's funny is the way they've advertised it, the commercial that they made for it. And I think just today, Marvel has really pushed out its advertising. Yeah. And they've put it all over Instagram, all over Facebook. But I caught this when it first came out. Yep. And I was like, what is this? And I thought it was the commercial that they made was hilarious. And then I was like, Wendy, we've got to make a video and I want to get your reaction on something. Yeah. And she was like, okay. So we put that reaction up on Patreon, and it's just a lot of fun if you guys can if you guys want to go check it out. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's only, for anybody who's wondering what tiers we have on Patreon, we have 2 tiers. We have for general support, which is just $1. And then we have a $3 tier that would swear you get all the bonus videos that we put up. So if you feel like doing that, just search the Movie Couple on Patreon. I'm pretty sure we're the only ones with that name. So if you want to check it out, great. If you don't, then you don't. Yeah. No harm, no foul. Thank you so much, Dean Hayashi, for your post-COVID Movie Couple Eats Fun. Thank you so much. We actually have been working very hard on a video. It's a miniature taste test / Movie Couple Eats of all the snacks and treats and drinks we find at Daiso. And if you don't know what Daiso is, it's kind of essentially a Japanese version of the 99-cent store, except that the lowest amount of things in there is $1.50, which is still not bad. So I guess it's kind of like more like a $1.50 store. Japanese version of like Big Lots, or it was technically, I think it's a better example of like what Pick and Save used to be. What's a Pick and Save? A Pick and Save was what Big Lots was before Big Lots bought it out. But what Pick and Save was, it was just the fact that everything there was super cheap. And it was kind of like a 99-cent store, but things were over 99 cents. There were things that were like $1. There were things that were $5. Does it but not everything was anymore? Well, no, they were bought out. So Pick and Save was bought out by Big Lots. So it's now pretty much a bit, or at least they just changed the name. Got it. I see. So, but yeah, it's kind of like a Japanese version of that, to where they have nothing like super expensive, but yeah, things that are like between maybe like $1.50 and $10, and there's nothing really higher than that. But some of the stuff they have is super cute. They we got, what is that called? We got an ice cream cutter. I mean, not an ice cream cutter. Pizza cutter. Ice cream cutter. We wanted to get an ice cream scoop, but they didn't have that. But, yeah, they were sold out, so we had to go to Target to get ours. So yeah, that is coming out for you. And what we're doing, the way we're filming, is just on the phone, and we shoot a little snippet of each time we open a snack, which we might do some more today. And the reason why it's taking so long is because first we only had three snacks, and I was like, well, that's like under a minute video. No one's gonna like be satisfied watching this. So we decided we're gonna make it a little bit longer, so you get a mixture of treats and drinks. Very true. And so thank you so much, Dean. We will be putting that towards our Movie Couple. Oh, since you donated, any recommendations? Oh yeah, Dean, let us know, and if there's something that we can maybe safely order takeout from. Yeah. Anything that we can. So the way we do takeout for now is that anything that we can take out from the restaurant that we can put in the microwave and zap for like maybe 10 seconds or so to kill any sort of viruses that may be on there. And I know that's still like a theory of whether or not it's transferable, like the virus is transferable via food, but it makes us feel a little bit better if we're microwaving the food. So like anything that's like crispy or crunchy, like taco shells and stuff like that, like Taco Bell is out. Like there's no way we can do it because you put it in the microwave and it gets all soggy.
Yeah, very true. So like we've done a lot of soups. So like we went down and got some udon from a Japanese place that's down the street. We got some beef noodle soup. But we just oh my God. And the beef noodle soup at this place is amazing. So it's freaking amazing.
We almost cried when we ate it because it's been so long.
It's just in a container, so we just have a big bowl. We just dump it in there, throw it in the microwave, and then we know everything on there and around it has been disinfected, so to speak.
So let us know if you guys have any sort of recommendations, and I'll jot them down. I got my notes going on today. And then I see some of you guys asking about trailer reactions that are coming up. So we are planning to film a bunch after we end the live stream today. So we're going to try to stick to our time frame. And we already have Broken Heart Gallery filmed. I just have to edit. And we are also planning to do Over the Moon Cursed. I see Jack Robbins is writing something about that. And also, I think it was Perry who wrote to see, not Perry Nemiroff.
I know.
Avengers War Table, which is a game that was the trailer I think was released today. I saw it, but I was kind of tired. I was still kind of lounging in bed, and I was like, I'll get to this later. So those will be coming up shortly. And we got a couple of more super chats. So we're going to go ahead and check them out. From Chris Mendez, who writes, with all Disney parks open by July 17th, if money was not an issue, and you could hop on a plane tomorrow, where do you go?
So this is
You're my fave, by the way. Thanks, Chris.
So I'm assuming this is also considering that, there's no concern of getting sick.
We're going to put that in there. Yes.
Oh, we are going to put that in there.
No, like that. There's no, that's.
Oh, yeah.
What you said we're going to.
As if all things were fine. Money was not concerned.
There is no virus, is what we're saying.
There's no virus. That's a good one. Because I would love to go to Paris or to was the one in Hong Kong?
Hong Kong or Shanghai?
Hong Kong or Shanghai.
I would.
Because those are the ones I haven't been to yet. Even though I have to admit, Japan was also like.
Japan was
fantastic. If money wasn't an option, then maybe what we would do is
money is not an option.
Well, I know, that's what I'm saying. Is stay at the hotel in Japan.
Woo!
So you can explore if money's not an option, I would wait until the Star Wars hotel opens, and that's
who's getting that first. Florida, right?
Florida. Oh, and so there's plenty of options for me to choose from here if money's not an option.
I would pick somewhere I haven't gone before, so my choice would be either Paris, because I heard the castle is absolutely gorgeous, and there's a couple of rides that are different that I would like to go on. But I think I would like to visit Shanghai Disney for the Tron Bike roller coaster.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Really want to go on that, and I really want to go on their version of Haunted Mansion, which is the Mystic Manor.
Oh yeah.
So that might be my top choice.
Which one opened?
Oh wait, is that first? Hong Kong?
I don't know.
Mystic Manor is Hong Kong.
Oh, I think it's Shanghai actually. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But that's the whole thing, is that I think I'd have to do a little bit of research.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one opened first. It was Hong Kong and then Shanghai opened.
Yes.
So Shanghai is the newest one. So I'd probably want to wait just a little bit longer for Shanghai. Because
I see.
Kind of like when California Adventures first opened.
But I feel like Shanghai.
It was kind of rough. They still needed to build some stuff up. And now California Adventures is really cool.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
So I think maybe give Shanghai a little bit longer.
Don't you feel?
And go see Paris first or Hong Kong first.
Okay. My mom told us to not go to the Hong Kong one.
Why?
She said, knowing how we do Disney, she's like, you guys are going to be bored and you won't be happy with it. And she said that in 2018. She said it's kind of smaller.
Then definitely let's go to Paris.
Then that's our pick for this question. Thank you, Chris. Our answer is Paris. And we also have a super chat from Jonathan Donsell, who writes, have you guys seen CW Stargirl? It's really good. It's on our list to watch. We just have so many things that we're trying to catch up on and watch, and our attention spans all over the place when it comes to watching things. So, but it's definitely on the list, and we really want to watch it.
It looks really good.
Yeah, you're not the only person that's been recommending that to us. A lot of people have, and so it's definitely on our radar for sure. Chris, no, it's Adam who says, Mystic Manor, Hong Kong. Fun fact, Wendy. If all goes well, Tron Coaster is coming to Magic Kingdom in Florida next year. The building it now. Yeah, we heard. We heard.
Super excited about that.
That would be really, really cool. Then that's all the reason to go back to Orlando.
Yeah.
And
you know,
visit.
That's the thing. Also, we're talking about all of these Disneys that are far, far away. But then we're like, you know, we still have an amazing Disneyland in Florida.
Yeah.
That we still haven't really done.
We haven't gone.
We haven't done.
Mine.
Yeah, we haven't gone on the mine. What is it called? Yeah, the Snow White or the Dwarves mine cart.
Yeah. It
was almost finished when we went. So, and I would love
February
for them to do that dragon again that they had at the opening of the new Tomorrowland, the new Fantasyland. And I'm like, why don't they bring that out more often?
Yeah.
But they've only used it once, and it looked amazing, the video.
Yeah, it does. It does really look amazing. So, well, you know, start saving up, putting our money back into that jar again, and start saving up for potential trips coming up. And Debbie, I see your comment about Athlete A for that's documentary that's on Netflix. That is another trailer that is on our list to get to. So there's a lot of filming. We there's a lot to do. And also, I'm going to read this one last comment before we jump into our news. And this one comes from Steve Calderon, who writes, Variety reports, Twister reboot is in the works at Universal with Top Gun Mavericks. Joseph Kosinski, eye to direct. Good or bad idea? Well,
I mean, if you can put a good...
What?
I did not mean this pun when I first thought of it. You could put a new twist on it. If you can find an interesting way to retell that story, then yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
However, I don't know how you could do that. I mean, there's not very many new ideas that you can tell about tornadoes. I mean, you've kind of already had the sharks in tornadoes.
Yeah.
I mean, you have twisters that are, you know, just cows in tornadoes.
Another cow.
So you know, I guess if you can tell a good story, go for it. But I'm gonna have to wait to see the trailer on that.
Yeah, I don't need an exact rehash of Twister.
Yeah.
If they want to do another disaster movie that has to do with tornadoes, which, fun fact, Wendy once upon a time wanted to be a tornado chaser. I was going to go to school and major in like meteorology, and so I could, you know, be a tornado chaser because I thought that was so exciting. But then I saw the prerequisites and what you have to study, and it was a lot of math and science, and I was like, science I can deal with, math I'm terrible at, so no. Numbers scare me. Like I can't. I see formulas. I'm like, no. It freaks me out. So that was a Cownado. So funny. Made by the same people who made Sharknado. That'd be hilarious. That'd be hilarious. All right, shall we get to our first topics? Okay.
Our first topic of the day.
Our first topic of the day, and we're gonna take a moment and we're gonna remember legends such as Joe Schumacher and Ian Holmes for a minute. I know we didn't get to talk about Ian Holmes in the last episode.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about him today. It's just so sad when you read about, you know, some of these people. We've been watching their work. We've been watching everything that they do for so long. So it's really sad when they pass away and you're like, no. So we're going to take a second to kind of remember some of our favorite titles from these two legends. And I wrote down a couple. For Joe Schumacher, I think everybody can agree, The Lost Boys.
Yeah.
It's one of the first things. That and Batman.
Yeah. I mean, he did do Batman, and the fact that what is it? One of my favorite movies that he ever did was A Time to Kill.
Oh, great movie!
That was a great movie.
I would love to revisit. It's been a while. I think the when I watched it, I was so young that I understood very little English, if any. So I think revisiting it will kind of be really, really interesting.
Yeah. Right
now. And as far as
very prevalent to this day and age, you know?
Yeah, really. It's interesting if you watch back certain films, you're kind of like, So I guess things haven't changed that much.
No, very,
in year
very
2020,
true.
it's the same as year whenever that movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
And for Ian Holmes, my head automatically goes to Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah. Even though, don't get me wrong, I loved them in Fifth Element.
Yes, I wrote that down too. It's a no. If it's a bomb, and then, you know how we talked about there's bomb detectors.
Yeah.
And he's like,
No.
That movie is so great. I love that movie so much. We should watch it. You know, man. So very sad that these two legends have unfortunately passed away, but we will always remember their work. Let's go ahead.
Alien. Oh my gosh, I know
Alien for Ian Holmes. Yeah.
I mean,
Ian Holmes, not Holmes. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know why I want to say Holmes like Sherlock Holmes. Maybe that's why. Let me change that real quick so it doesn't look like that.
Like what? Well, isn't it Holmes? It's it does have an S at the end, doesn't it?
Ian Holmes. No ES.
Oh. I'm sorry. I saw a couple of them in the
I think my finger like and like my head when I think I'm kind of like Holmes.
Yeah.
Like Sherlock Holmes. But let's go ahead and take a look at what you guys' favorite titles. I see Batman. You want some water?
No, I'm gonna need some water.
Okay.
But I'm good.
I see Batman Forever, Phone Booth. So great. Not enough love.
Falling Down.
Batman and Robin.
And there's just so many movies that both of them have been involved in.
Oh yeah.
Does anyone know if Ian Holm and Schumacher worked together on something? I think they have.
Have they?
But I'm not 100% sure to kind of find the degrees of separation of a thing. You'd have to go through their entire...
It's a lot of filmography.
Yeah.
For the both of them.
So trying to find... you'd have to like, oh yeah, that's right. Like, he's been around for so long and he's been in... And you're like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there's a lot. I actually don't know if their paths cross as far as actor and director goes, but I'm sure they so as in like they didn't work together directly, but I'm 100% sure that they know each other.
Yeah.
How do you not?
All right. I like the fact too that he is in the Hobbit movie, but it's only like at the very beginning to kind of set everything up and to kind of give you that nostalgia.
It's all you need. It's so iconic that no one can forget it.
Yep. Very, very true.
Jack says, I accidentally started watching the third movie and got to disc 2 and realized I missed the second movie. You're like, I don't understand any of it.
Where are we? When did
that happen?
Oh,
that's happened to us before.
There was a book that I had downloaded from Audible that it was the second Mistborn book. If you guys get a chance to read the Mistborn series, it's amazing. I love it. There's 3 different... there's 2 different sagas that have 3 books of them. But when I was reading the second one, for some reason, Audible put the different chapters in different, like they just took big chunks of the book and went, okay, we're going to put this here, that there. And when I was reading through it, I'm like, what's going on? I don't remember any of the stuff. Maybe they're just jumping around a little bit. But then finally, by the end, it was a very interesting way to read the book. Yeah. And it had like a little bit of a Memento. Oh, that's kind great. Because you're like, I'm so confused. Oh my God, my mind is blown. I love it when the reveal. Oh, so good. Like all the K-dramas. Yeah. You're like, what? You do? Actually, though, the way it spoiled a lot of things for me. Yeah, I know. But then when I was going back and kind of finding out the history, have that revelation. I'm still like, oh, here's okay. I understand what they were building up to now. Yeah. It's like a good, it still like makes it a good read. Yeah. Even if it's spoiled. I have to reread it probably now and actually see the proper order. Oh, yeah. But if you get a chance to read Mistborn, amazing series. We recommend. And a super chat from Joseph Campbell. Thank you so much. Woo, Joseph. Yay. Hi, guys. Do you have a regular time that you do live shows? Yes, we go live every Wednesday and Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. I don't know, daylight savings time. I know it switches, but the one that PDT. California is in on the West Coast. Yes, 2 p.m. PT. It usually goes for about an hour. Most
of the time we go a little bit over, but it's every Wednesday and every Saturday, and we are streaming always on YouTube, and we just started streaming on Twitch as well. It's at the same time simultaneous, so you're not getting different shows. So that's our most steady schedule. If there's anything that may come up that may alter that schedule, then we usually put a little notice out on our social medias and on our community tab and Facebook, I think, and wherever else we have social media. And
every now and again, we also do throw in an extra stream here and there, like when we were doing.
For anybody who
we're experimenting with doing some streaming of us playing board games or video games. It was a
late night. I think Adam was there. I think Chris was there. I'm trying to think. I think Darkman was there from Twitch, and it was like 11 p.m. at night. We decided that's when we were going to play Pandemic, and it was it was the messiest of all streams, so I didn't leave it up on YouTube because I was like, God, no one should watch this.
But we did put it up on
it is still up on Twitch, so if you guys feel like watching a disaster unfold for an hour, feel free to go over to Twitch, which is just the movie couple there at Twitch, and check that out. So hopefully that answers your question. Thank you so much to Joseph for your super chat and for your support.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
And let's go ahead and move on to the next news topic. And we're going to talk about Tokyo Disney, and it is reopening. So let me just go to my notes here. Okay. So it was announced that Tokyo Disney Resort will reopen on July 1st. So that means by July 17th, which is when Disneyland will reopen, all Disney parks around the world will be reopened by then.
Yeah, so Disneyland is the last one to open.
Yes, we're the last one to reopen. So
which makes sense. We're also one of the hotspots.
Yes, exactly. And so Tokyo Disney will follow similar safety guidelines as to everything we've seen pertaining to theme parks reopening. So there's going to be temperature checks. They're going to be encouraging guests to keep adequate distance. I don't know about the social distancing stickers or not. Most likely it'll be similar to what Hong Kong and Shanghai and everybody is doing. Hand sanitizing stations, masks indoors and outdoors, that's a requirement. And additionally, Tokyo Disney and Disneyland and Disney Sea will be barring admission to anyone who within the past 14 days has entered Japan traveling from a country with inbound travel restrictions, or who has been in a post-arrival quarantine/observation status within the past 14 days. And this is effectively just about anybody going to Japan from a foreign country right now. So if we decided to travel to Japan right now, we will not be able to go to Tokyo Disneyland on July 1st.
Yeah, and that kind of makes sense. You know, if you are coming into the country, you are going to have to be quarantined for 2 weeks to make sure that you are not spreading, that you are not asymptomatic.
Yep.
And, you know, that's the only way to be super careful, to make sure. I mean, that's what happened to New Zealand. They were 100% coronavirus free, and then those 2 people came in.
Oh, God.
And then it's kind of like, yeah. I mean, since it's so contagious, you have to be super, super careful. So, and I'm glad that, you know, I'm kind of glad that we're opening up last, because it gives them more time to prep. It gives them more time to see how other Disneylands are doing, what's working, what's not working. And it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
So we're just going to have to be super careful.
We are going to have to be super careful, and, you know, not looking to visit Disneyland anytime. I don't even feel like we're going to be able to get a reservation right away. Like, it's so unknown how they're going to handle all of this with people who had existing travels booked already to Disneyland, who were maybe like putting it on hold until they were able to reopen, to what passes you have. And it's too hot to go, like COVID or not. We don't go in the summer anyways. It's way too hot. I can't deal with it.
And July is usually a pretty big month. So what about those people who actually did book their vacation for like July 20th? Do they still have priority over all that? And usually all of those people are coming from out of town, or are those people canceling? Or are they giving refunds? They have all of that.
They have all that to figure out. So I think the people who book vacations, who spend money on hotels, you know, need food packages and things like that. Meal packages and stuff like that. I think they have to take care of those people first, and then they'll take care of annual pass holders, because we're luckily all local people. So it's like, yes, we're important too, but I feel like the people who maybe have used like their year's saving to book a family trip should have priority. That's just the way my mind thinks, because I'm not so like diehard to where like, let me in first. Let me in.
Yeah, true. And there are a lot of people who are far away from any Disneyland.
Yeah.
That are they're like one of their big things, is they will save up for multiple years, more than 1 year.
Yeah.
So their whole family can either go to Florida, can go to California, and have that Disneyland experience.
Yeah.
So, and that's their big trip for out of the 5 years kind of thing.
Yeah.
Every year they'll do a family vacation, but the big one is that one Disneyland one.
Man, I can't imagine the planning that has to go into that.
Mm-hmm.
I only like going to Disney with people who, maybe once in a while I can take a friend through the park who has a checklist of what he or she wants to do, but it has to be a 1 or 2 person only team. I can't do 5 people wants to go, and everybody, if I'm going with the group, then we all have better be really low key people, don't care what we do or see. And if you're going to be a diva about going to the theme park, I cannot go with you. I will come and visit you. But then if you get diva I gotta walk away, because I enjoy theme parks, but I don't like the heightened version of kind of that urgency of I gotta see and do everything. When we did the Rise of Resistance, it was so chaotic and so stressful trying to get on this damn ride. Yeah. It's that's why we've only gone on it once, because we haven't attempted again. I was like, I can't do this again. Not right now. Not right now.
It's a pretty crazy process.
Yeah.
So, but it's gonna, I still am so excited to go back.
Me too.
So
we're excited to go back when we can, probably in the fall. And a very quick check through the comments and through the chat.
Wonder Woman.
Perry says, I like your Wonder Woman shirt on Dustin.
This is one of my favorite shirts.
Looks pretty cool on you. Jack says, at the moment in the UK, it's almost at or around 30 degrees, and he means Celsius, not Fahrenheit.
So that's
hot.
Yeah,
that's hot. That's what, 90?
I think it's, I don't know.
I know it's
honestly,
hot.
I just can't wait for the day that we're all on the same measuring thing. I can't wait until America just stops being stubborn and be just learn this.
That was the hardest thing for me when I left Taiwan, and people would ask hey, what's your height? And I would say it in meters.
Uh-huh.
And then they're I don't understand that. I was like, what? They're like, you're 4'11". By then, at the time, I was 4'11". I've grown a little bit since.
Celsius to Fahrenheit. There we go.
We also want to say hello to Jonathan van der Sant from South Africa. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching.
Oh, yeah. So it's almost 90 degrees there.
Nope.
Yeah, when it gets into here in California, we constantly hold on a second. Let me switch it so everyone would know. So I'm going to put, usually here in California, it's not very uncommon to get up into 105 degrees. I think even before, we've gotten almost into 110, which 105 degrees would be 40.55 degrees Celsius, and 110 would be 43.33 degrees Celsius for you guys.
No.
And that's it's about once or twice a year we can get up to that hot. I know in Palm Springs, it gets up to 120 degrees.
Yeah, no thanks.
Which is almost probably 45, 50 degrees in Celsius.
Yep, no thank you. And I see Debbie answered Perry's question, who was asking about when Wonder Woman 1984 is coming out. October 5th or October 1st, I think it's the answer.
Yeah.
But definitely early October. All right, moving on to our next topic, and I already saw chit chat in the chat already about it. We're talking about, that's the wrong tab, Wendy. We're talking about Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is moving to Netflix. Yes, you heard it right. It used to be on YouTube, and if you're like us, then you may, and if you weren't quick enough, you may not have been able to watch all the episodes of both seasons of Cobra Kai because it was only available on YouTube Red, which means it was premium, and you could sign up for the 7 days trial, but then you got to cancel because then they charge you for the thing. So we signed up, but then we didn't finish watching because life. And back then, you and I both were working full time.
Yeah.
And we were at work more than we were at home. So we got as far as episode 3 of season 1, and we were liking it so much.
I think it's a great story.
So good. So I am really happy that it's going on Netflix. And what other notes did I put down? So yeah, season 3, Cobra Kai is headed to Netflix, and I think this is really, really great that it's going to be on Netflix, and thus the move ending YouTube's venture into scripted series. So
and
that's going to be interesting.
Well, I don't know if it's ending. Is it ending it completely to where? I mean, is it going to end YouTube Red? Is it going to end? Is YouTube Red ending? Because that was their big market thing. You know, oh, they're big. Hey, if you're going to get YouTube Red, it's because of Cobra Kai. I
don't know if YouTube Red is going away because they do have other stuff there, like Joey's Escape the Night. I think that's slightly scripted, but it's more like reality improv based. I auditioned for it, but not for like a key player role, as like a supporting character role. So I don't know if that's leaving, but I'm also not as familiar with YouTube Red, with their content. I know they had a lot once upon a time. Like I was just seeing all these shows, like prank shows and whatever, like left and right. And then because I didn't sign up for it, I never really like watched any of it. So
and it makes sense, you know, YouTube really is more of like the free kind of content. And I think that's the big problem that a lot of people had with YouTube Red is that it's going to be the same content creators making different content for YouTube Red, and they still have the content that comes out on the regular YouTube. So people were like, well, why am I going to pay more for content that I mean, I'm already kind of getting from free? So I think they really had to battle with that. So, and I'm kind of like, that makes sense. And now it's kind of like, okay, well now it's kind of like they're, what is that called? They're trying to liquidate all of their assets. They're like, okay, Cobra Kai is still healthy. It's still strong. We can get some money from Netflix for this. So let's do that. But yeah, I think this is probably going to be the start of YouTube Red, either shifting gears into something completely different or them saying, you know what, it's not worth the hassle. We're not really making that much money out of it.
I think by moving it to Netflix, I think it just gave the show a hell of a lot more of a, how do I want to say this?
More people can see it?
Well, that is one, because most people prior to YouTube Red already had Netflix. So they have a very big built-in audience. And I think a lot of people maybe like us, and I see some in the chat as well, is that people didn't want to pay for that one additional streaming service because like for the most part people are like, you probably already had HBO, you probably already had Netflix, you probably already had Hulu, and this is not even counting Disney Plus, which just came on recently at the time when Cobra Kai was a thing. So it's kind of like people didn't want to pay for that. I think one of the main reasons you want to pay for YouTube Premium or YouTube Red is for the ad-free stuff. If you don't like having ads interrupting what you're watching or what you're listening to, that's a good reason. I don't really mind the ads. Because most of them are skippable. If not, then it's a great bathroom break or me getting up and stretching or something like that because I think I sit too long. So I believe for Netflix, it's just going to, for Cobra Kai, it's just going to go into season 3. Like it's not going to be a rehash or not rebranding and restarting it. I think it's just kind of like,
I'm pretty sure it was all filmed. It was all filmed already, and Netflix was kind of like, we'll buy this off of you. I mean, everything's already done. We know that there's a following. It makes sense for them to be like, this is a great property for us to pick up. And if we wanted to start to have fun with it in season 4, now that we have the rights, we can, I don't know if there's room for a spinoff. I don't know if there's room for other content that they can create. So
I'm so excited for this news. Like I actually cannot wait. I'm just a little sad that if they don't also move season 1 and 2 over to Netflix, we're not gonna know what's going on. So we're just gonna have to guess or like read people's like spoiler reviews as a recap to catch up
so
on it.
Season 1 and 2 aren't going to be on.
I don't know.
I think that'd be kind of weird to have it just be season 3. But
while I look this up, I just also want to point out Dean's comment, who asks, how are Falcor and Navi?
Falcor and Navi,
they're both on my side.
Oh, Navi was over here. I had her on my lap for a little bit while we were talking. But then I was like, okay, Navi, you're getting a little wiggly. So I put her back down. Hey, Navi, come here, Navi. Come here, Navi. Oh, they're doing good. You see? Okay, here we go. We've got our little Miss Navi Bear. Oh, you are so cute. So cute, Miss Navi
There
Bear.
she is. I love when she sits like that. And we just want to also point out, Dean did an amazing, amazing drawing painting of Falcor and Navi, and definitely capture their essence. It's like my favorite thing ever. I love it. I kind of want to get it printed up and so we can frame it,
blow it up on the wall, kind of a thing.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me go to. I'm getting all this text messages all of a sudden. So let me just go to what Deadline is saying about Cobra Kai. So, okay. So along with the exclusive rights to season 3 of Cobra Kai, Netflix will have access on a non-exclusive basis to the first 2 seasons of the show for fans to catch up. Yes!
Awesome. So we can watch as soon as those come out, we're watching them.
Oh my God. I'm so excited. Talk about binge. Just binge it all the way through. So if that answers, hopefully that answers you guys' question. Okay. Did I miss anything? No. Okay, let's move on
to our last. Is this our? Oh no!
No, this is not the second to last.
Second to last.
We're almost there.
Because I was like, I thought there was one more after that. And sure enough, there is.
Big news. All right,
that's the one I'm really excited to talk about.
But this news, Microsoft closes. They're shutting it down. Mixer, which is a streaming service, and they're partnering with Facebook Gaming. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of take a look through this article here. So basically, Microsoft is closing its Mixer service, and it on July 22nd, and it plans to move all the existing partners over to Facebook Gaming. And this was I was kind of caught off guard by it because I thought that they were steadily building up the platform. I didn't really invest in Mixer much. Most of the people that I watch still stream on Twitch, so I kind of just
which makes sense on why they're closing Mixer, because not very many people did invest that much in Mixer.
Yeah, I guess so. And according to this article, it says that, which is The Verge, Microsoft struggled to reach the scale needed for Mixer to compete with Twitch, YouTube, and even Facebook Gaming, which has led to that decision. One of the biggest things I'm thinking is Ninja was one of the big streamers that was on Twitch who left Twitch to stream exclusively on Mixer. So what does that mean? I'm sure he's somewhat protected. There was a contract. I'm sure that stuff like this is built in, or you have his team and the Mixer team to kind of talk over if he's going to come back and kind of, go back to being on Twitch, or he is going to transition over to Facebook Gaming. I don't know. I haven't really read that much into it, but I was kind of surprised, honestly. I was like, whoa.
I mean, it kind of sucks for him too, because he dropped his channel that he built up so high, that he had built all by himself, to go over to Mixer, and then all of a sudden that whole platform just. I'm pretty sure though, if he went back to Twitch, I don't see why they'd be like, no, we don't want you back. I'm sure they'd be like, yeah, please, we'd love to have you back.
Yeah,
kind of a thing.
Exactly.
But and I'm pretty sure if he started back up his channel, he'd just tell all of his fans on all the social media, and they'd all just hop right back on Twitch.
Yeah,
because they're gonna follow him no matter what platform he's on. Whether he's on Facebook,
you follow the talent and not the platform.
And if he doesn't have, I'm pretty sure, because Mixer, he had an exclusive contract.
I think so.
I'm wondering if he could move to Facebook Games and Twitch.
Yeah,
kind of a thing.
Yeah,
and hey, win-win.
Exactly. And a tidbit from MK Songbird, who writes, being reported that Ninja is getting his $30 million and is now a free agent to stream wherever. He still has his Twitch channel, which I believe is just inactive. That's really great news then.
Awesome.
Because that's kind of like a servant's, pay a little bit. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But
that's probably more money than I'll ever make in my entire life.
He had I don't remember how many people he had. Ninja Twitch.
And I'm sure if he just put his account on inactive,
200,000 subscribers.
He should have more than that.
Wow, that's a lot of people. So yeah,
I thought he had millions of subscribers.
Yeah, maybe that's an outdated information. So if you guys know, go ahead and put that in the comment section or in the chat. So yeah, that's great news for him. So he's not, it's not like he went and lost all of his audience and now he's stuck.
Yeah.
Without an option. He has tons of option now, which I'm seeing that he probably will want to either go back on Switch or heck, do both.
Yeah.
Why not do both?
Play both sides, baby.
See what you like about Facebook Gaming, which I haven't really ventured into that area at all, so I know nothing about Facebook Gaming, but I do know a couple of friends who do stream on there. Thank you to Dark Fate 66 for your super chat.
Thank you.
I just got to work and come home. I won't be in theaters anytime soon. Sad but true. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not ready to go back to the theater yet. I think you kind of feel the same way.
Yeah. I mean, like, what is it? There's we did a trailer reaction to the Broken Heart Gallery, and it looks super cute, super adorable, but it's coming out like July 17th, and I'm like, that's going to be the first weekend that the movie theaters are open. I don't think they're going to have their game together. I'll just wait for it to come out on streaming. Sorry, it's not like a movie. It doesn't look as like
it's cute.
It's not like Tenet, to where you're dying to see it, kind of thing. And going to the movies, that might be a possibility.
Yeah, maybe.
But no, same here. It's very nerve-wracking, and you want to be able to enjoy the movie and not have to worry about what's around you, so to speak.
Exactly. We're gonna just probably book, if we do go, the earliest time.
Yeah, and find the furthest back
seat, and just let that be that. Star Drew says, Facebook games, there wasn't any good games to wait, I lost it. Good games to play since Angry Birds or Marvel Avengers Alliance game. And then also Darkman119 writing in from Twitch says, plus a good number of Mixer didn't know until they were streaming on Mixer. Interesting.
Oh, so Mixer's got like forcibly switched over?
I guess.
Well,
it was a very sudden announcement. I think that's what he's saying.
No, true.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, because I'm sure there's many small time, what is it called? Smaller, what are those YouTube when they content creators?
I was like,
words work for me, please. I'm sure there were tons more of small time content creators on Mixer, and that's gonna suck because it's just kind of like, oh, okay, well, you did all this work,
sorry,
and you just dropped.
Yeah.
Just dropped.
So we'll keep an eye on how that's going to play out for some of the streamers there. And moving on to our final piece of news today, the big one.
This is so cool.
In talks to appear in the Flash movie, and I jotted down some notes. So this is according to The Wrap, who I believe got the exclusive on this. Michael Keaton is in talks, which is very early stages, to reprise his role as Batman in the Flash movie. And the plot will introduce the general audience, because if you're a longtime fan of DC, you already know about the multiverse. But for the general audience who may not be diehard comic fans, they're going to be introduced to the idea of the multiverse. And of course, DC has already been planting the seeds of the multiverse for the last several years. We've seen examples of it in Arrowverse, Supergirl, Black Lightning, Arrow the Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and of course, Crisis on Infinite Earth, which is a prime example of the multiverse. Let's see, what else did I write down?
And this is something that's just super awesome. I think this is probably the best way for DC to go too, because they tried to go down that like the Marvel path, and for DC, I think going in the multiverse path where there are tons of stories that you can tell that aren't connected, some that are, and this would give you just unlimited freedom to do whatever the heck you want, to do another Joker kind of movie, but you don't have to worry about Joaquin Phoenix being Joker in the next 5 Batman movies if he doesn't want to be, to pick and kind of be able to just have fun. Let's just focus on making an awesome movie, and who cares about the next one we're going to make? Right. So focus on, and if the story that we have happens to be able to be in the line to where we can make another movie or sequel, then go for it. And to have the multiverse, to be able to tell the story of Thomas Wayne when he became Batman in Flashpoint. To be able to tell all of the, what is the one to where they go into an Earth, I think it's Crisis on Infinite Earth, and there's an evil Batman, there's an evil Superman, and it's called the Crime Syndicate. That's what it's called. And instead of the Justice League. And I'm like, to be able to tell that story would be awesome. Yeah. And to make it so, the only way you can do those though, is if you're kind of like, you know what, let's not worry about trying to connect all these movies. Let's just focus on one good movie. Yeah. And like you did with the Joker. Exactly. And it's so much more freeing, I personally think, to where they can now do whatever they want. Yeah. And they're not, and is it, the guy who played Flash in
Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller. This is going to be the Flash movie,
Yes.
Okay, good, cool.
So
that's awesome.
I'm reading a couple of different things. So the Wrap is calling it the Flash movie, but Debbie brings up a good point, and she says, wasn't this going to be a Flashpoint movie? Maybe they're mixing both together because, you know, you can do that.
And I think you can do that. Yeah, you can do that with the Flash. And honestly, they've already introduced the multiverse with the CW universe because they had Ezra Miller as the Flash in the CW Flash show.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they did.
You get to do that. You can, with this, you can literally do whatever you want. Yep. And I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
To do more of this stuff. To even if you want, you could have a little bit of, if you wanted to put like a little bit of a joke in there, to where the Flash goes through and accidentally ends up in a different universe, and you see Joaquin Phoenix's Joker there for a second, and then he flashes on. So you show that all of these are in the multiverse of DC that is now able to go in any direction they want. Yeah. And I'm really excited because then you can get a different kind of Cyborg movie. You can easily redo any movie that didn't do well and be like, well, this is a different part of the multiverse. Yeah. And I think audiences...
I just hope they don't keep going back to retcon things just because you have the ability to play with multiverse. You know what I'm saying?
True, but I think what you could do is, okay, this movie didn't do well. Now let's tell a different part of this story in a different universe. Right. And see if it sticks.
Okay. Let's see what...
I'm sorry, I'm getting a little excited about this.
No, it's good to be excited about this. That's why we're fans.
Yep.
Adam says, this is one of those cases where even though I would love for it to become a reality, I doubt this could be based on previous cases like this, but I'll be happy if he does come back. Oh, Keaton?
Oh, true.
Okay.
And here's another thing. Do we want Michael Keaton as Thomas Wayne? Or do we want to take the Thomas Wayne, the actor who played Thomas Wayne, Negan?
Jeffrey D. Morgan.
Yeah, Jeffrey D. Morgan as Thomas Wayne.
Would also be perfect.
I would be happy with him too.
You can see it, right? Don't you take actors? I don't know if any of you do this, but you take
like they did
an
with
actor,
Judge Dredd.
and you're just kind of like
the chin.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I'm Batman.
I did that with I remember in the very early days, like when we heard about the rumor for Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
I immediately found like a more current photo of him when he was clean shaven. And I went, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. You got to do that. If you see if your chin's going to look good in the cowl. And you can't play Batman if your chin doesn't look good in the cowl. There was another comment. Vanja says, Justice League Flashpoint Paradox is vital to see.
Yes.
Love. It's an animated film. It's fantastic. I think it's out on Netflix.
Yeah. Not Netflix.
Unless, didn't we watch it on Netflix?
Maybe Netflix, maybe Hulu.
We watched it a long time ago. Maybe at this point now they put it up on the DC Universe app instead. But it's excellent. Like Wonder Woman is a beast. She is a savage in that one. I mean, she's always a savage, but like in a good way. But this Wonder Woman is a little bit more savage.
The Wonder Woman that's involved with the Justice League has influence on her, like Superman, who has that very strict code of conduct. Yeah. And, we do not kill. If you removed all of that from Diana and just made her this warrior beast, that is what she is in Flashpoint. And she's just brutal.
So brutal.
And I'm like, yes, give me more of that.
Gotta love it. Oh, my God. So that ends all of our news topics for today. You guys, it's been always so much fun chatting with you. I want to take these last few minutes and go through the chat and see what you guys are saying.
Putting Cyborg in. Who said that? Someone David. I saw Cyborg in the Flashpoint Paradox. Yeah, David, he plays a pretty important role in that comic and in that movie as well. So having him in there, I think
I would love actually a Cyborg standalone movie.
Yeah, me too.
Like I feel like Ray Fisher was very underutilized.
They should have had so much more Cyborg. And that character's so cool, so much fun. And I love him. And he did not get the love that he deserved in that. And he did a great job too. So. Yeah.
So you guys go ahead and keep putting your thoughts in the chat or in the comment section once the show is over. Let's continue this discussion based on whatever news topic we talked about today, or introduce us some new news topics, whatever you want. That's what the chat is for discussions and fun hangout times with all of you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. We will be back next Saturday. Oh, sorry, this Saturday, next Saturday. I mean, we'll be here too, but we will be back this Saturday at 2 p.m. PT for another round of, I don't know, news topics.
News topics and chit chat.
And whatever Animal Crossing. Oh, yeah, okay. So Saturday for Animal Crossing is the big bug off event for the Northern Hemisphere. So I need to prep. I need to build all the nets so they don't break during my little, I watched a full like 2, 3 videos this morning on how to prepare for the bug off. So I am ready. And I also caught tons of sharks last night. The control vibrated so loud, it woke up Dustin. He was like, what's that sound?
What is that noise?
I caught a whale shark and a hammerhead shark.
Oh, yeah. I remember now. I remember kind of going, what? Oh, wow, you got a whale shark?
So cool.
Technically, that whale shark should be a lot bigger.
It was big. Did you see my character holding it?
I know, but a real whale shark?
Oh, it would.
It's like you're able to hold on to their lip kind of a thing. And
I have to hold it like this.
You can get eaten.
It goes,
you can get swallowed by a whale shark.
This is true. I do not want that. Jack's like, I got my net. I'm making like 6, 7 nets. So when they break, and I'm going to just fill up my tool ring with all the nets so I don't have to go back and craft, because the new way they're doing it, it's not like an all-day event anymore. You have to go to the person, who I think is Flick, to say that you want to do the bug off, and you get 3 minutes.
Oh.
But you can do it all through the day.
So it's kind of like one of those, you go into the container and they have money that flies up, and you got 3 minutes. You've got 1 minute to catch so much money.
You got to run around your island. So in a way, it's good that my island is not as established, because I have just the whole forest, and I'm going to cut down a couple more trees so different bugs can spawn, because there's only specific bugs that will spawn on tree trunks. This is way too nerdy for Animal Crossing talk. So, Jack says, how did you get the sharks? It was raining in my game last night. It was about maybe 1 a.m. our time that I was playing, and I just happened, all the shadows were huge shadows. And I was like, I bet you these are sharks with the little fins on it. And sure enough,
you got some sharks.
I got some sharks. So I am really, really excited. Oh, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you're coming back to the channel, because we're going to be putting up so many trailer reactions. We're also going to be doing a review for The Five Bloods, which we have finally finished watching. Oh my God, it's so good. If you haven't watched it yet, please do. It's like,
you just ruined our our reaction to it.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah,
you saw nothing.
These aren't the critics you're looking for.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, you guys. We will see you next time. Bye.